Happy Wednesday, everyone. For those who I haven't had the pleasure of meeting yet, my name is JT Suey. I am currently serving as the Director of Sport with Football Ontario. And I really want to take a moment just to thank you for joining us tonight for our 2023 U18 Women's Tackle Draft. I'm just really enthused for tonight. I just want to, again, thank you for joining us. I want to take a moment to thank all of our amazing Team Ontario women's tackle coaches. I want to take a moment to also thank all of our amazing U18 student athletes. I want to thank all of our parents, all of our community partners, all of our support staff, and all of our, especially our Director of Operations, Tyler McNichol, for working so hard to make tonight possible. Before we get kicked off tonight, I just want to take a moment just to really celebrate this moment. I want you to understand of how amazing tonight is. Like, I want you to understand that regardless of who you are in this process, whether you are a coach, whether you are a student athlete, whether you are a family member, whether you're a community partner, you are part of a massive change that is going on in this province, in this country, within our beautiful game, just of all of the amazing opportunities that are happening in the women and girls football space. So again, I just want to thank you for being part of it. Tonight, in a moment, we are going to turn it over to our U18 women's tackle head coaches, Coach Ouellette and Coach Davidson. But before I turn it over to them, I want to let you all know that we have an amazing sponsorship fundraising opportunity. So currently, if you go to www.rafflebox.ca, we are currently running a provincial-wide 50-50 raffle. And one of the options for that is any of the tickets that are bought, you can choose what program or what organization this money goes back to. And one of the options is Football Ontario Women and Girls Programming. And the really cool part is this has been open for less than 2 weeks. We have already bypassed $30,000 in a total pot, which means if the raffle ended today, if the 50-50 ended today, one organization would be blessed with over $15,000 to go towards programming. So I would really encourage you, again, if you're watching this, I know you're a big supporter of the Football Ontario family. You're also more than likely a big supporter of Football Ontario programming that goes directly towards women and girls tackle. So please check it out, www.rafflebox.ca. And again, we encourage you to be part of the 50-50. Without further ado, I'm going to kick it over to our two U18 women's tackle head coaches, Coach Mark Ouellette and Coach Cam Davidson. Coaches, take it away.
Hi, everybody. I think pretty much everybody here knows who I am, but my name is Coach Mark Ouellette. We're here alongside Coach Cam Davidson. We're the two head coaches of the two Team Ontarios. So for those of you who don't know, the team that I'm going to be coaching is Team Red. That's why I'm wearing the red shirt. And the team that Coach Cam is going to be coaching is Team Black. And you'll see he's in a black shirt. This is an exciting night. This is the kind of thing that probably none of you have gone through yet. This is competitive football at its absolute peak. This is where you have put all the work in up to this point. You've given us everything you have. You've showed us all your skills, all your abilities, and your personalities. And now the coaches have deliberated over the past couple of weeks since the development camp. And, we've we have our lists of the players that we want to draft. We know who we want. It's there's been some deals made back and forth that the coaches have kind of talked a little bit, and we've made sure that we've made the absolute best teams that are going to give Football Ontario the absolute best chance to medal, not only once, but hopefully twice. So my name is Mark. You guys know me. You're going to meet Coach Cam here in a second, for those of you who don't know him yet. But before I turn it over to Cam, I just want to be sure that I reiterate what JT just said. We want to thank Football Ontario first and foremost for even creating this process. The women's U18 team, the national championships, is new as of last year. It's only the second year it's happened, and Football Ontario has been on the absolute vanguard of making sure that this is a successful tournament, so much so that we've decided to host it this year. And it's going to be here in Ottawa. I'm in Ottawa, so convenient for me, but Ontario is hosting it, and it's awesome. Want to be sure that we thank all of the coaches, because even though Coach Cam and I put a lot of work into this, the people who are really, really working hard are the boots on the ground. That's our assistant coaches, our general managers, the trainers, the equipment folks, everybody who's doing all the grunt work. None of this could be done without them. And lastly, and probably most importantly, we want to thank you guys for buying into the process, for being all in, as we say in Ontario, and putting your best foot forward to be part of this process and to help us show what Ontario can do. So without further ado, I'm going to give it over to Coach Cam.
Thanks, Coach. And everybody, I'm Coach Cam, head coach of Team Ontario Black. And it's an honor to be here. It's been an honor to be a part of this process, and super excited for draft night here and get to choose from the best female football athletes in Ontario and see who we're going to take to compete in the national football championship. So before we begin, I just want to explain how tonight's going to work. So essentially, Team Red and Team Black are going to go back and forth with 60 seconds on the clock to make each of their picks. So as Coach Ouellette said, we've got our draft boards together, our list of names that we're thinking. We'll have 60 seconds, depending on how it shakes out, to lock those picks in. At that time, we'll get the pick in. You guys will see it flash on the screen, and we'll go from there, back and forth, Team Red, Team Black, until we've got 22 names on both rosters.
All right. Thanks, Coach. So one last thing. Each team is going to pick 22 players here today. We are also going to have reserve rosters this year. This is new. The tournament didn't have this last year, but this is new this year. Reserve rosters will include 4 players for each team. Now, those players are not going to be announced here tonight, because there's a little bit of a nuance behind it. Basically, the 4 players, we're going to be speaking to players, making sure that they're available and that they're able to participate before we name them to the reserve roster, because it's not quite the same thing. Basically, reserve roster players are expected to attend all the Zoom meetings between now and the tournament, and will be attending the training camp in Ottawa before the tournament. But then while the tournament happens, they're actually not staying in dorms. Now, if they're able to stay in the Ottawa area, or if they're in the Ottawa area, they can participate in the practices and so on. But it's a little bit different. So we just need to make sure that each of these players understand what they'd be committing to before we name them to the reserve roster. But again, each team will have 22 players, and then in the days ahead, we will name a further 4 players to the reserve rosters. Okay, so I think we are ready to go. And I will tell you that Team Red, my team, has the first pick. And we are ready to announce the first pick for Team Ontario Red. And that first pick is from Corbeil, Ontario, Isabelle Berube.
Awesome. Fantastic, Coach. With the first pick for Team Black, the second overall pick, we're going to select Maya Peters from Nepean, Ontario.
All right, so two strong quarterbacks have gone number one, number two in the first round. Unusual, but here we go. For the second pick, Team Red chooses from Ottawa, Ontario, Callie Dory.
All right, with Team Black's second pick, we're going to take Ella Townsend, receiver from Ottawa.
Okay, oh my, Ella knows how much of a fan I am of hers. With Team Red's number 3 pick, we are going to take, as with Callie Dory, Team Ontario veteran from Ottawa, Tegan Roy.
All right, with our third overall pick for Team Black from Orleans, Gemma O'Connor. Welcome to Team Black. Excited to have you.
All right, good pick, coach, good pick. The number 4 pick, apologies for the pronunciation here. I may get this slightly wrong, but from Toronto, Ontario, Maja or Maya Bonner.
All right, with the Team Ontario Black pick here, we're going to go with the Team Ontario veteran from Ottawa, Dylan Pelly.
Coach has taken all my Team Ontario veterans. With the number 5 pick, Team Red selects from Guelph, the unstoppable Katie Wu.
It's a great pick, Coach. I know Katie's been lighting up the OWFL this summer, stuff in the stat sheet. With the 5th pick for Team Ontario Black, another Team Ontario veteran from Orleans, Ben Marshall. Welcome to the squad.
With the number 6 pick, Team Red selects from Richmond Hill, Ava Coleman.
Our number 6 pick for Team Ontario Black from Brampton, Favor Abenki. Welcome to the club.
With the number 7 pick, Team Red selects from Keswick, Chloe Winterton.
Coach, with our number 7 pick and one I'm really excited about, I think definitely a sleeper and slipped under the radar to even drop this far, from St. Thomas, Rutendo Mavima. Welcome to Team Black.
Right. With the number 8 pick, Team Red selects from Ottawa, Milenka Brassard.
With our number 8 pick for Team Black, we're proud to select Shelby Peacock from Kingston, Ontario. Welcome to Team Black.
With the number 9 pick, Team Red selects from Hamilton, Francesca Fazzari.
With our 9th pick for Team Black, we select from Brampton, Nia Cummings-Rowe. Welcome to the team.
It's a good one there, Coach. I'm a big fan of Nia. The number 10 pick, Team Red selects Team Ontario veteran from Sydenham, Callista Andrews.
All right, with the number 10 pick for Team Black, going back to Brampton, Maya Cushney. Welcome to the team.
With the 11th pick, Team Red selects from Ottawa, Liana Langiano.
With the 11th pick for Team Black from Orleans, Eva Lawrence.
With the 12th pick, Team Red selects from Ottawa, Taryn Coleman. We do apologize. We weren't able to line up pictures for some of the players. That's just a fault when we were taking the pictures. So nothing personal.
With the 12th pick, Team Black would like to select Emma Penton from Ottawa.
With the number 13 pick, the lucky number 13 pick, I am sure, we select Team Ontario veteran quarterback from Limoges, Marie Sartorio.
It's a great pick there, Coach. Both in the right mindset here, looking for a quarterback with our number 13 pick from Whitefish, Emily Roca. Welcome to Team Ontario Black.
amazing, Coach, how we both landed our quarterbacks at the same numbers there. People are going to think we planned that. We did not. That just happened. With the number 14 pick, Team Red selects from Emberon, Kalyan Sterling Goju.
With our 14th pick for Team Ontario Black, from Sydenham, Jaden Ryan. Great to have you, Jaden.
The number 15 pick, getting right down to the meat of it here, folks. Number 15 pick, Team Red selects from the town of Burlington, Georgiana Maggio.
With a 15th pick for Team Ontario Black, from Gananoque, Waverly Kendall. Welcome to the team.
With the number 16 pick, Team Red selects from Orleans, Ontario, Mackenzie Lagasse Carrasco.
With the number 16 pick, Team Black selects Marissa Lowe from Ottawa. Welcome to the team.
Number 17 pick, Team Red selects from Cumberland, Maya Thompson, Team Ontario veteran.
Great pick there, Coach. Yeah, really into the meat and potatoes here now. With our 17th pick, Team Ontario Black is going to go with Ava Simonoski from Ottawa. Great to have you, Ava.
All right, with the number 18 pick from Ottawa, Julia Boomer.
That's a great football name right there, Coach Boomer. With our 18th pick, Team Ontario Black from Sudbury, Chiamaka Venzo. Welcome to the team.
Okay, with the number 19 pick, Team Red selects from London, Ashley Phillips.
All right, with the 19th pick for Team Black, Brianna Cardy from Mississauga. Welcome to the team.
All right, with the number 20 pick, Team Red selects from Bowmanville, Shelby Hubert.
With our 20th pick for Team Black, we're proud to select Liliana Sachin from Sault Ste. Marie.
The number 21 pick, Team Red selects from Sudbury, Olamide Fatahunsi.
With the 21st pick for Team Black, from Sudbury, Neva Spadafora. Welcome to Team Black.
Now, just before each of us names our final selections, I just want to remind everybody how strong the field was this year. We had a much deeper field to select from this year than we did last year, and there is nobody who came out to the development camp that couldn't have performed on one of the two Team Ontario programs. Just because you aren't named here tonight doesn't mean that you won't be receiving a phone call in the next day or so to discuss reserve rosters. And even beyond that, there's always the chance that that one of the players that have made one of these teams withdraws for any number of reasons. If the boys teams are any sort of judge, there's always one or two or three fellows that leave the team before the tournament starts, and they need to be filled with people who did not initially get selected. So for those who don't see their names come up in lights here in the next couple of minutes, trust me, your journey is not necessarily over. Just keep your spirits up. And as I say to everybody, you're all part of Team Ontario, regardless of whether you're on this particular roster or not. With the final selection, Team Red selects number 22 from London, Jessica Knight.
All right, with our final pick for Team Ontario Black, really excited to see this name stick around. Abby Repa Rogers, welcome to the team. All right, gang. So as we conclude there tonight, just so you guys are in the know on next steps, those will include you guys getting a formal email inviting you to join Team Ontario either tonight or tomorrow. It is, of course, your choice to accept or decline that invite, and a link to formally register for Team Ontario will be provided. Decisions are made on that pretty quickly as per the instructions that'll be provided there. If a player would like to decline the invite, we'll get in touch with an alternate player there, and we may move a player from one roster to the other and kind of sort everything out with alternates there. So just be aware, depending on people declining and things like that, there may be slight changes, but those are our rosters. I know Coach Ouellette is extremely excited about who he's got there with Team Red, and I'm extremely excited with our group for Team Black. I certainly expect Team Ontario to compete at a high level with two programs and really prove that this is where the national standard for women's football is right here in Ontario. So thank you all so much for being a part of the draft tonight. I don't want to sound like it's wrap it up. I'll pass it back over to Coach Ouellette here, but super excited to have you with us on Team Black, and thank you so much, everybody, for your time tonight and taking part.
Thanks, Coach. Really well said. I want to reiterate just what Coach said there. We've produced two excellent teams here, folks. Last year, going into the tournament, I mean, those who were on the team last year, what kind of chaos that was, with the travel and all the nonsense getting there. We created the team very, very quickly, and there wasn't a whole lot of depth on the team last year either, as we saw when some players got injured. So this year is a whole different story. We truly believe, and it's not just Cam and I, all the coaches across the board, we truly believe that these two teams both stand excellent chances at medaling this year. It's our goal. We're going to put everything we can into this, and we need you to be all in, as we say. So in the next day or so, you're going to find yourselves added to a brand new team linked group. If you do not have that app on your phone, you should probably go download that thing ASAP. I can speak for Team Red, perhaps Team Black, but Team Red's going to have 4 mandatory Zoom calls, 3 of them in June, and then 1 just a few days before the tournament in the middle of July. Players, you need to plan to be in Ottawa by noon on July 20th. Now, there's going to be a whole lot more instructions and information and logistics sent out to your parents about what that means. But essentially, you're going to want to plan to be in Ottawa between July 20th and July 30th. Okay, so change your work schedule, break up with your boyfriends, do whatever you need to do, but make sure that you're here in Ottawa. Make sure you plan to be here in Ottawa during those dates. Okay, that's everything I have. I think Coach Cam has said everything he needs to say. Congratulations to everybody who has made it onto one of the 2 rosters. Again, those who did not see their name in lights, don't fret. There is still chance for you to make one of these rosters. And even if you don't, we encourage you to keep your football journey alive. We are here to help you. If you have any questions, please let us know. With that, I bid you good night.